Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's Ask the Experts program. Today, we will hear from our experts on three critical committees: Nominating Governance, Audit, and Compensation. Our goal today is to give you practical insights about what committees should focus on in 2026. And with that, let's get started. Volatility, uncertainty, disruption of global norms are contributing to an environment of change at or near all-time highs. So the question I'm going to pose to each of our panelists is to just get the conversation started is what's keeping your committee chairs up at night? And I'll start with you, Heather.
Sure. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It's an important question and topic, so I'm glad we're here today. Starting with the NomGov chair, if we think broadly about the responsibility of helping to drive an effective board, we think about board effectiveness as being about the who, what, and how. So having the right people in the room, talking about the right topics, and working together productively. So specific to the NomGov chair, one of their primary responsibilities, of course, is the who and making sure they've got the right people in the room. In a volatile world, they're thinking not only about what's the right team to bring together to properly govern the organization and advise management today, but also for the next 10 years. And with the world changing so quickly, what the organization may need 5 to 10 years from now is blurrier and murkier than ever. So trying to anticipate what they may need to help sustain a healthy organization in the future is on the top of every NomGov chair's mind.
Great, thanks, Heather. Travis, you kind of focus on the same chair, though from a legal lens. So same question to you, what's keeping up the chairs that you work with?
So for the NomGov chairs in particular, what I've seen is a focus on shareholder engagement and activism. There has been a shift in discussion since we got universal proxy rules in where you can effectively target individual directors much more effectively as opposed to an activist having to put up their entire slate. And so NomGov chairs are now looking at, do I really have a weakest link director, or does this fit together as a good whole and everybody makes sense from one piece to the other? And then the second part I'd just say in general is, as Heather mentioned, there has been so much change in the last year and a half. And I know we don't have anybody that's specifically talking about like an ESG committee or something like that, but that is often, split between multiple committees. And how companies respond to those sustainability features of their business and priorities has been something that is changed a lot and is going to continue changing over the next couple of years.
Thank you, Travis. Claudia, the AC chair, what's keeping them up at night?
Too many things, I think. If we think about something like tariffs, for example, and how they're they change so quickly, you would be looking and thinking about what's the impact on the financial statements and disclosures. Could there be an impact on liquidity? Are the internal controls and disclosure controls keeping pace? And then with the underlying issue of risk, is the risk management system fit for purpose? Is it identifying emerging risks, looking at compound risks? And related to that would be, is management engaging in robust scenario planning, updating its crisis preparation plans? And then how in the world is management staying on top of the evolving and fragmented and inconsistent regulatory landscape?
Great, thank you. Last but not least, the Compensation Committee chair. What are they worried about?
So compensation committee chairs, I think a couple of things that are keeping them up at night, if you will, is all of the volatility and the impact on the effectiveness of their incentive programs and the rigor of those goals and their ability to motivate and retain people through all of this volatility. And then I think secondarily, we're getting close to proxy filing and say on pay season. thinking about the evolving roles of the proxy advisory firms and how they talk about the decisions they make in the light of all of this volatility in the proxy so that it makes sense to their shareholders.